Alrighty. So, still setting up, getting my bearings, and, you know, figuring out what all, what's what. I, got some boxes here. I can start sorting stuff, which I need to. And so I got to figure out, where I'm taking what stuff, like the clothing here. I don't know. I mean, this shit ain't worth nothing. Is it worth it to transport it to high sec? If there's extra room, I suppose. But, and am I going to be able to sell it down here in Null? Probably not. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm working on getting all my ships together, and I'm trying to be as cheap as possible and be effective, if that makes sense. And what I mean by that is that, like, example, the drakes that I'm trying to put together that will be auto firing, and then have hopefully enough DPS to kind of do sites with these, and the ships won't be worth too terribly much, so that if hostiles come in and catch me, maybe they get one of them, but I'm making such good money I don't care, something like that. So yeah. Do these have value? Not really. A little bit. Not a huge amount, though. These right here, though. Now that's 1.6 billion just right there. I got to bring another character over and give her some of these. Put a good use. February 13th. Okay. All the weird stuff on other station. Yeah, I have boxes for that. They're mostly called unknown. So, yeah. And then I wonder what the market is for stuff like these agency Pralencia doses. Like, is the market here as good as it is in Jita? Maybe it's even higher here, because everything seems to cost me higher here at Constantinople, which is the name of the station where the biggest market is in the area. Yeah, Constantinople is what they call it. Yeah, maybe these get more there. I don't know. And so I guess that's sort of enough at the moment. Let me bring, or maybe I just bring a couple to her. The other character doesn't really have anything. Let me bring her up. She has just a little bit of stuff here. This is where I think I'm going to be doing all my manufacturing, and I want to give her, you know, 1 or 2 of these extended. Training. She only has this little ship here. I suppose she can fly over there. Give her a link to it. Am I enjoying Sigma? Yeah, it's been great so far. So, not really any troubles with anything, and it's quieter here. It's definitely quieter out here than it is in Horde. So I feel like that this is probably a pretty good area to do sites and stuff, and if I do mining, I probably have less chance of getting you know, having issues with getting ganked and stuff. You know, obviously it doesn't stop stuff like that, but it is there's just not as much down here of it. Thank you for the prices. Yes, the rats are different. So that is one thing that is definitely that's one thing that definitely is different here, is that, I mean, yes, the rats are different, but you can just adapt to whatever the rats are. But they have loot, whereas in Horde, the majority of the area is in drone lands, and drones don't have loot. And it used to be many years ago that was kind of offset by, you know, drone salvage being worth more, and so you'd salvage them. But now it's if there is any value difference in the drone salvage as opposed to other salvage, it's so negligible that I don't know, it could even be below now. I don't know, but it's just not, doesn't have that advantage like it used to.
Drive active.
I made the choice to bring this character over to get the stuff rather than the other guy. This ship's much faster. This ship's very disposable. This is my sucker fit, and it's not like you're a sucker. It's like this is a sucker. All it does is cats playing up a storm. Because all it does is salvage sites, and is worth almost nothing, so that it has it's worth almost nothing, so that if it gets popped while it's out there salvaging, I don't have to pay attention to it. So I do like the loot. I do like the market aspect of the loot too. Even if drone area and the rest of the universe was the same value when you add it all up, I would still prefer the areas that have loot, just because I enjoy collecting the loot, separating it, prepping it for market, taking it to market, and making some money that way. I enjoy being a merchant, and so it feeds into that pretty well. So I like that.
Warp drive active.
What I can do with stuff that's not worth transporting out here, reprocess it for its material value, and then use it in manufacturing. Although I'm probably going to set up some sort of filament hauling where I have filaments that can get me to high sec that I can just take, fill a ship with as much as possible. When it's full, then I wait for either a wormhole connection that's within a couple of systems, or I do some sort of filament jump out to high sec, drop it off, contract it over to my high sec character, and then death clone back over to my back into null, which is probably not the way CCP intended it to be done, but obviously with the filaments they made it possible. How am I going?
Warp drive active.
Why is this taking so long? Do I not have... I don't have jump gates included. Alright, turn to the jump gates included on. I'm like, why is it taking so long to get there? I've done more than enough jumps to get there, but I didn't have to include the jump gates on. Oh wait, what? I gotta jump back through there because now I'm going the wrong way. How funny. All right. Now I wish I could scan down salvage. You know, probe down salvage. Because I would. As it stands, you gotta know where people have been doing the sites.
Warp drive active.
You are a pineapple on pizza enjoyer? Actually, I am too. The only thing about doing manufacturing down here that's going to be hard for me is the fact of not having a shared resource.
Warp drive active.
And because the high-sec manufacturing, I've always had a corporate office to share everything. And so here I'm going to be having two characters manufacturing things, you know, hardcore. They both have to have their own sets of materials in order to do the manufacturing. Now I can keep them all in the same stations and stuff, but I'll have to do trades between them if I need product back and forth to do whatever I'm doing. And then if I have even more characters that are working on stuff, because I'm doing assembly lines of, let's say, ammo. Ammo, you don't get a huge amount for a 30-day run. The profit margin is really good. Profit margin, you usually double your money, but it takes you 30 days to do a full run. And so,
Warp drive active.
you know, and those will be kind of easy, but exactly why you made a private corp and use corp hanger access. Yeah. Well, see, I can't do that because I'm in a corp here, and to be here in null. So I don't know how I would do that. Yeah, I don't know how exactly I would do that here. Other than maybe if I have all the materials in a box, and then I just transfer that to the person who's the character who's about to do manufacturing, and they draw it from stuff from the box, and then I move it to the next character. I don't even know if that's possible. It might be, it might not be. I don't know. So, all right, here we are, and I can do a trade. It's kind of like this stuff right here. So I'm going to trade 2 of these over to her. I don't know if there's anything else I should trade over. Let's see if there's anything interesting in here. Stuff is not really in a very good order. This is value highest to lowest. Probably already have this chromodynamic on the Tristan. Isn't that what I got on there currently? Stay on there. For you. Just deliver the container around, that's what you do. Yeah, kind of a pain in the ass, but if I had some salvage in here, I'd definitely give it to her. Everything. Leave these in here. And then theater on Mark V. My favorite stupid looking ship. It's a giant pencil ship. And I can fly one with this character. So I'm going to put that on. And then this one here too. It's not a bad skin. It's nowhere as cool as my Coiffé skin. Because, you know, that's like, that was FanFest 2014. I think it was. Was it 2014? I don't know. I have a poster around here somewhere. Yeah, 2014. And, God, 10 years ago is when I went to FanFest. Yeah, so we'll activate both of those for this character. Then the extended brain freeze. Consume one of those. And she probably doesn't need to fly back right at the moment, because I don't have anything to do with her yet. She's just training at the moment. And that's going to go all the way up through this right here. Little lightning bolts on there indicate that. 144 hours. Send an email to MarkeeDragon. Are you okay? Say it to MarkeeDragon. You sent it to my personal email? You sent it to my in-game email? I don't know. I don't typically read my in-game email. Well, I'll have to check it later. That character's not logged in. But yeah, I read my in-game email maybe once every couple of months. It's just, there's a lot of people just asking me for money. Gets old. Nigerian Prince is back. Yeah, it was the Space Prince. Space Prince is still in chat. Exclamation point Space Prince. He's still there. Logging him off. If Dominic's coiffé skin, so do I. Yeah, well, we were both there, Thor. So, hey, there's a neutral in here. Do you think I can neutralize him? If I can find him. Space Prince has no space. I don't see anything about this guy. I'll bet he's in one of the ice sites, which I can't get into. Fox says I sold lemon bottle coiffé when you were a minor. Well, that'd be fine. I don't know if you've ever actually had a bottle of coiffé, but it's like a heavy syrup Mountain Dew that's blue. When I had it, when I was in Iceland. It's a made-up drink, you know. Loki. But he wouldn't be in here. I would be seeing the other one. Rick might be that Loki.
Warp drive active.
Could be this one site, but not seeing anything on D-scan. Could be cloaked. I don't know where that guy is.
Welcome to the Dragons.
Zarek 2 just followed.
Think that follow. And some of the qualified classic boosters. You know, I do have one of them in my on my merchant character. Would be nice is if I had the cosmic signatures mapped out in here, and then people filament in, and they go scan them down and go to them, and then I just take care of them, right? See here. Still not on scan.
Docking request accepted.
What type of rats do we have here? Sancha. It's all Sancha stuff here. Right, I have another character. I got her set up enough that I got her down here. She is a Kaldari expert.
Connecting.
Is it Constantinople? Yeah, because I was planning on like building a ship for her and maybe doing some sites. Oh, and there's where I've got the station container. Okay. Yeah. Okie. So, this character, if I wanted to put something together out here that's Caldari, this is the character to do it with. And it would be nice to put something together, do some ratting, but I want to keep costs, costs lower. Because I lose shit all the time. It's like when I take a paladin out, it just blasts right through everything, and then I get blasted. So, what did I lose? Like 4 paladins in 2-month period, something like that? I don't know. It was horrible. 3 of them were in null. 1 of them wasn't. Zealot or Claymore? Let's see here. Are we talking Zealot and Claymore? Those are not Caldari. So the one thing out here that is interesting that I have is a Nighthawk. I don't know what kind of fit I could put together and how much DPS and rep I could get. But the other thing too is like I can put together a Raven and probably do pretty good with that, and put it all together for about 500 million. So here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking about what kind of I want to go out and run Havens and survive them, and I want to run them efficiently. Like, I don't know if I can even get anywhere near efficient with a Raven and a Haven. The only thing that a Raven would be able to do well is use like
to the Dragons.
Cruise
Mitch,
missiles.
please just followed.
Thanks, Mitch. Would be able to use cruise missiles and sit at like 150 or 200 out from it, so that when somebody warps to the site because they want to attack me or whatever, that I'm already way out in the boonies. Except if they use combat probes, because if they combat scan you, then they can land right on you no matter what. So you rated a Tingus a lot. Thor, you are amazing. Do you fly that Tingus often? Yeah, Tengu. Mm-hmm. Oh, that could be good. Raven's way too expensive for the time it takes. Yeah, a Tengu sounds interesting, actually. I wonder if I have a Tengu fit here. Well, looks like it's interesting. That's a fleet fit, and oh, this is a PvP fit. Wow, that one's got a little bit of everything. That's actually quite an interesting fit here. This is this corporate, or is this that might be a corp fit. Are you saying secret fits like I shouldn't be showing it, or I don't know. Maybe I'm not supposed to be showing it. I don't know. I wonder what kind of DPS it can do. This is light missiles. 243. Does it have really good survivability? 2 minutes without everything. Let's see here. Turn that off. Turn that off. Turn that off. 2 minutes. See, it's got a disruptor and a scram and a web. Not good for an ESS because it has micro warp drive. And that is a ancillary shield booster. That's got quite a bit of boost. I mean, 1833 per 5 seconds. That is a pretty good boost. Is this this is an expanded probe launcher. Dude. This ship could be fun. It doesn't have any drones though, does it? Things that make you go, yeah. Corp fit should never be shown unless found on the kill board. All right, all right. You know, I usually don't even look at them. But let's see here. My fits. Spelling it wrong. Tengu. No, I'm spelling it right. I don't have any Tengu fits shown here. Well, how interesting is that? Because I know Thor has given me an excellent Tengu fit before, but it's pretty old, so it might be out of date. What's with these fits all being so old? 3 of them are 6 months old, and then everything after that is more than 4 years old? Has there been no innovation in the Tengu in that long? Billion? Yeah, so this is the kind of fit that I'm used to seeing. Oh, all right, Talon, I see it there. Okay, I'll check that out later. Thank you. Oh, and I see somebody sent me a Tengu fit in game too. Live shows. Oh, he just wrote the word Tengu. It's not a fit. Never mind. Pretty costly. I wonder what kind of DPS it does. I'm not sure that I want to fly something this expensive out here. Especially right off the bat. I'd have to give myself a loan to even be able to do it. I wonder if that 10 means it's for a 10 of 10. And let's see, Molnar is the right kind out here. And that's missile range script, huh? 921 DPS, cap stable, with 495 per 3 seconds. The problem is, the only problem I have with this is how expensive it is. I think that I think that this fit would be very vulnerable if it got caught. Like, it's not a PvP fit. This is very much a PvE fit. And given its DPS, I don't think it could do the sites faster. Being pretty close. It's got a really good rep that's cap stable. So yeah, and go all Tech 2 instead of faction. There's room in the fit to just be all Tech 2. The only thing that might want to be faction would be the shield booster. Maybe. Yeah, see, everything here is crazy expensive stuff, and it doesn't need to be. Are the launchers even special? No, they're just Tech 2. So I could see changing this all out for standard. Yeah, let's try that here. Oh, look at that. There's not enough room in the fit. I mean, this character is highly skilled too. And it loses more than 100 DPS, but it shaves off 600 million off the price. So, Bane Soul, there's 10 Punishers rats in a site. If they have diamonds next to their names, don't attack them. In fact, just run away now. Volcane. All right. What? This one's all decked out too. Oh, it's only 1.1 billion. All right. Wow. DPS is half of what that other one is. So its rep here, 305 per 3 seconds, which is about 60% of the other one. But it's much less cost too. It's 1.1 billion instead of 2 billion. Crazy. No. They had diamonds and you ran away. Good job. Because you even looked at them sideways. Those suckers take you out in a heartbeat. Just one of those diamond rat punishers can take out an entire orca. Just one. Typhoon fleet issue. Yeah, see. This is not good for this character. It would be good for maybe my Minotaur character, but 1379, 29 and 27. Armor rep. Wow, cap stable armor rep too. That's kind of interesting. I'm not typically a big fan of the Typhoon because I've usually felt like they're pretty flimsy. But it's kind of interesting. What is its tracking? 5.81. This is an interesting fit. $1379 DPS. Work fine. Except the frigates would be a problem. And that's why you have the javelin. Missile precision script. Yeah. You definitely need that in to get your explosion radius smaller. Definitely interesting. All right. I'm going to... I have my other character here who also is in that group. And... this, and why is this one over and the other one is not? How interesting. Man, look at what some skills difference makes. 1738. Say what? All right, that's very interesting. All right, if you're watching on YouTube, see you in the next episode.